Hello everybody, welcome to another one of my investing videos. My name is Mark, and in this video I'm going to talk about what happens when an option gets exercised within an option spread. So here you see that I have an option spread. I bought a call option, $105 strike price on Microsoft, and it expires in 2021, January. To Leap, spent $1,600 for it, and then I sold to Open a $105 call option on Microsoft, and it expires this Friday on February the 15th. Today is February the 12th, Tuesday, and Microsoft today, the market is closed, and it closed at $106.78. So that means that my option could get exercised. So what happens to me, or what happens to my account if that happens? Now, I took the liberty of calling TD Ameritrade, and TD Ameritrade is very good customer service, but I would venture to say that almost any reputable online broker would handle it the same way. Now, the first thing they would do is they would call you on the phone and they would tell you that your option has been exercised. How do you want to handle this? And I could close out the trade. I could always I could always exercise this call and then use that money to pay for this call. But worst case scenario is, let's say the market closes at 1 o'clock. Then in that situation, Ameritrade would simply automatically exercise your long call, which is $105. So they would exercise this long call, and then they would buy, that call option would buy 100 shares of Microsoft at $105, and then they would sell those 100 shares back to the market or to whoever exercised the short call for the same price. So they would cancel each other out and break even, and then all the premium I would keep. So if we look at my transactions here, this is the $1,600 that I spent, and I already sold to Open a 106 the week before, and then I closed that out for $5, and so I made $78. And this current week I sold to Open a 105, and I collected $127.23. So depending upon where Microsoft is will depend upon how much money this $105 call is worth, and then that money I would just keep, and so it would all come out in the wash, as they would say, and I would be out of the trade. So there isn't any worry or risk of like I'm going to get a margin call, because I have this option spread. I have this long call which covers my short call. And in the previous week, when right here when I sold a 106, if let's say that Microsoft would have went up to 107 and this 106 would have got exercised, well then again, worst case scenario, Ameritrade, the market closes at 1, Ameritrade would exercise this 105, buy 100 shares of Microsoft at $105, and then sell the 100 shares back to the market through 106. So I would actually make $100 profit in that case, and I would keep this premium right there. So there is never any danger of losing money in a spread, at least not in a debit spread. Credit spread, obviously it's the other way around. Then you would lose the difference there, but this is a debit spread, calendar spread, actually a diagonal spread. So there's never any worry or danger like, uh-oh, my option's going to expire, or my option's going to get exercised and I'm going to get a margin call. Ameritrade, and I would venture to say that whatever broker you use, they have it all covered. You know, option spreads is a very common and a very profitable way of making money in options. And if you watch my videos, you know what I like to do. I like to buy leaps, long calls or long puts that expire in a year or 2 years, and then I like to sell weeklies because the difference between theta is outstanding. And if we look at my current position right now, and I'll just close the video on this nice, wonderful note here. Like right now, I actually, let me go back here and let me go back to here. Okay, this $105 call, I spent $1,600. Okay, and you saw the money that I'm making in the weeklies. Here I made $70, but let's say I'm only making $40 a week, even not even half that. Let's say I'm only making half that. I'm only making $40 a week. Well, this $105 call expires in 2000. I'm sorry, this one right here expires in 2021 of January, right? And so that's 100 weeks. So if I'm making $40 a week, $40 times 100, that's $4,000, right? So I'm making $4,000 on a $1,600 investment. So that's why I do what I do. That's a very good return. What would that be? 4,000 minus 1,600, $2,400. I would make $2,400 on a $1,600. It's a 150% return on the one trade. Now, if I wanted to, I could go crazy and buy. I could probably afford 20 call options, but I still believe in having some good sense and using some dollar cost averaging and using some hedging and leveraging and all that. But if you want to, I mean, that's a very safe way to trade options. Buy long calls and long puts, leaps, they expire a long time, and then sell weeklies, because again, if the stock goes past the strike price and you get exercised, you're not going to get a margin call. Your online broker will handle that. No worries, no ifs, ands, or buts, and you'll just be out of the trade. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave in the comment section. And until then, I will see you in the next video.